Hello everyone, this is our set of the day. It says in a city there are three types of buses: ordinary, metro, luxury. They are available for the transportation, and price of the ticket is fixed for the first 4 kilometers. They are 20, 30 and 60 rupees for ordinary, metro and the luxury buses. And when someone travels more than 4 kilometers, he has to pay additionally per kilometer charges for 20 rupees for the luxury, 10 for the metro and the 8 for the ordinary bus. And the distance traveled by the additional distance traveled by the passenger is not should not be is not necessarily to be an integral value, right? Distance traveled by any passenger need not to be an integral value, but the additional fare will be charged for the entire kilometer, even if the passenger travels additionally for less than 1 kilometer after traveling 4 kilometers. That simply means that if someone travels for 4.2 kilometers, even then for this 0.2 kilometers extra, he has to pay for the whole 1 kilometer, right? So between 4 and 5, whatever the distance a person is traveling, he has to pay for the additional 1 kilometer. Further there is the facility for the passes also, and the passes are for 1022 and 6300 rupees respectively for the ordinary, metro and the luxury buses. And every passenger tries to minimize the total amount that he has to spend on each month on the bus travel, uh, either by taking the ticket or by taking the bus pass, and that will depend on the distance traveled by that person. Now, first question says Ritika travels only by the luxury bus. She used to travel 3 kilometers from home to office, 2 kilometers from office to gym, and X kilometer from gym to his home every day. And obviously, 3 plus 2, 5 is the distance traveled by her from office to home to office and office to gym. And if it says X kilometers that from gym to home, that means it should be a different value. She's taking some different route. Now, if Ritika bought the monthly pass in every month of the year 2017 to minimize her expense in the traveling, then which of the following must be true about X? Now, Ritika is buying the pass for every month of the year 2017. That means she will also be buying the pass for Feb. Feb has 28 days, right? So the minimum distance will be obtained when we take the case of Feb, right? Because if for the month of Feb she is buying the pass, that means the total cost is more than 6,300 for month of February, right? So this will give you the minimum distance that she has to travel. Now, obviously, all the options are giving you as more than 5.5. That means none of the option is less than 4. That simply means that for X less than 4, uh, there is a possibility that she need not to go with the pass, right? So let us say the distance traveled by her is X kilometer. That's actually given to us. Distance traveled by her is X kilometers. So when she goes from home to office in the morning, she needs to pay uh, for 3 kilometers only. That means she needs to pay only 60 rupees. And when she goes from office to gym, again she has to pay 60 rupees. So 120 rupees is the total amount that she pays every day from home to gym, right? So 120 rupees is the amount paid by her while going from home to gym. And when she comes back to home from gym, for the first 4 kilometers she need to pay 60 rupees. And after that, remaining distance is X minus 4 kilometers, because for the first 4 kilometers she already has paid 60 rupees, and X minus 4 is the remaining distance for which she will be paying 20 rupees per kilometer. So this is the total cost per day. And since we are finding a cost for the month of Feb, because in the month of Feb she will be travel minimum distance, right? The days are only 28. So in that case, she will be having the minimum, what you can say, distance traveled. And the cost should be more than 6300. Now this is the inequality with us, and if I solve this, I will get x to be more than about 6.25. Now x should be more than 6.25, so it looks like that the answer is option 3, but that is not the case. The reason being, let's her distance is 6.3 kilometers, which is more than 6.25. In that case, she has to pay more than 6300 rupees. But it says that she has to pay the same amount for the distance traveled between 6 and 7 kilometers. Distance traveled by any passenger need not to be an integral value, but the additional fare will be charged for the entire kilometer. That means if she is traveling or the distance is, let's say, 6.1, even then, although after solving this inequality, we are getting this result. But due to this point, that distance traveled by passenger need not to be an integral value, but for additional fare which charge for the entire kilometer, even the passenger traveled additionally for less than 1 kilometer. That means if the distance x is 6.1 kilometer, even then she has to pay more than 6300 rupees. The reason being, she has to pay the same amount between 6 to 7 kilometers. So if our house is, let's say, or the distance x is say 6.0005 kilometer, even then she has to pay more than 6300 kilometers. So answer would not be the option 3, it would be option number 4. Next it says, on each day of the month of June. Now in the previous question, the whole year was asked from you, and in this case only the month of June is asked. Riyansh traveled x kilometer from home to office via metro bus and 3 by 2x kilometer from office to home via different route in a luxury bus. And Riyansh purchased the monthly pass only for the luxury bus and not for the metro bus. So if he is not buying the pass for the metro bus, obviously his total fare for the metro bus in the month of June has to be less than 2200. And if he is purchasing the pass for the luxury bus, obviously his total expenditure on the luxury bus must be more than 6300 rupees, right? So let us try to find the distance traveled by him via metro bus. So in the metro bus, it says he travels x kilometers, and in the metro bus daily he has to pay 30 rupees for the first 4 kilometers. For the first 4 kilometers he will pay 30 rupees. He total travels x kilometer via metro bus, so remaining distance is x minus 4, and he has to pay additionally rupees 10 per kilometer for the metro bus. So 30 plus x minus 4, this is the total cost that he is paying per day, right? And it has to be multiplied by 30. The reason being, the question is asking for the month of June. So this is the total cost. This is the cost paid by him for the first 4 kilometers. The distance remaining is x minus 4, for which he has to pay 10 rupees per kilometer. So this is the total fare for the each day, and in the month of June we have 30 days, so multiplied by 30. Now this distance, this value should be more than the value for the pass, which is 2200. So if I solve this now, if we solve this, it should be less than, because he is not buying the pass, so it should be less than that, less than 2200. If I solve this inequality, what I will get is, I will get x to be less than something about 8.3. X will be less than 8.3. And for the luxury bus, what will happen? Distance traveled by him, total distance traveled by him is 3 by 2x. So for the first 4 kilometers, he will be paying 60 rupees. After that, the distance remaining is 3 by 2x minus 4 kilometers, for which he will pay 20 rupees per kilometer. So this is the total amount paid by him daily, multiplied by 30, the total fare for the whole month. It should be more than 6300. So if we solve this inequality, again I'm not going into the calculations. If we solve it, this will be more than 7.7. X is more than 7.7. X has to be more than 7.7 and less than 8.3. Question says how many integral values that x can take. Obviously the answer would be that x can take only one integral value, which is 8, right? X can take only this much integral value. So this was the second question. Now let us move to the next one. Now this question says there are three friends, Ravi, Jay and Govind. They travel every day, once by ordinary, metro and luxury bus respectively. Respectively is written, that means Ravi travels by ordinary bus, Jay travels by metro, and Govind travels by luxury bus. RJG represents the maximum distance that could have been traveled by each of them in a day in the month of May 2015, then which is true for R, J and G. Now for Ravi travels by ordinary bus. For ordinary bus, he is traveling R kilometers. Ravi is traveling R kilometers in total, for which he will pay 20 rupees for the first 4 kilometers. The remaining distance is R minus 4, for which he will be paying 8 rupees per day, and total amount paid would be 31 for the whole month, because month is May in this case. And since they are question says none of them bought the monthly pass, right? So none of them has bought the monthly pass, so this value must be less than 1000 rupees, because he is traveling by ordinary bus. So if we solve this, we get R to be less than something like 5.5. Similarly, we can make the equations for the other people. For J, the distance traveled is J. He travels by the metro bus, and the basic cost for the first 30 for first 4 kilometers is 30 rupees. The remaining distance is J minus 4, for which the first kilometer cost is 10 rupees, and multiplied by 31 the whole month, less than, it should be less than the total value for the pass, which is 2200. So again, a calculation is to be done here, and if we solve this, we get J to be less than 8.1. Similarly for Govind, it will be, the distance is G is the total distance, so he will be paying 60 rupees for the first 4 kilometers. The remaining distance is G minus 4, for which he will be paying 20 rupees per kilometer, as he is traveling by the luxury bus. And for the month of May, multiplied by 31, it should be less than 6300. Now if we solve this inequality, we will get G to be lesser than around 11.1 or 11.2, right? So R is less than 5.5, J is less than 8.1, which could be 8, and G is less than 11.2, which could be 11 also, or 11.1, right? So obviously R is less than J and J is less than G. Answer would be option number 2. So this was all about this set. I hope it is clear to everyone now. Thank you.